Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome in and happy Wednesday. It's pun day. I think that is today, right? Today, not tomorrow. I'm terrible with puns, so if you're expecting a bunch of puns, yeah, I'm gonna disappoint you. Not off the cuff puns, at least. I'm good at like wiggling in puns naturally, I suppose. That is where my forte lies. But I hope everyone's been having a good week. Happy Wednesday again. We're halfway through the week, which means we're halfway to the weekend. And for most of us, that means a nice little break. Uh, Unfortunate for all of those who work in the service industry who don't get Saturdays and Sundays off. But your weekends are elsewhere. So whenever those are, hopefully those are soon. But in any case, Goldie, let's chat. Why is it always on this first scene? Goldie, let's chat. Did I do something wrong? Why is it not working? Goldie, let's chat.
Of course.
Goodness gracious. Also, I realized my music was still a little loud. I think. Uh, she was working fine earlier when I was testing. I was curious, and I actually did the thing that I said that I would do ages ago, where, like, when I'm setting up for the arrival of all you lovely individuals, that I would try to get that out of the way, because it's usually like, the first time I said anything, it would take her a second. But maybe it's just on the starting screen. I don't know. It's weird. In any case, the day has been good. We were very productive at work, which is always a fun time, although I'm worried that the coming days I'm not going to have a whole lot to do, and that's never a good time. On the upside, I did manage to get some new shoes, which is kind of a big deal. Last Sunday, I realized while I was out, because it rained. It actually rained quite heavily, which kind of came out of nowhere. I wasn't really expecting it, although you never really expect rain where I live. Well, okay, no, that's a lie. You should always expect rain where I live. um, that being said, I just didn't expect it during that particular evening, I suppose, because it was fine up until that point. We went to that was the day that we went to the movies, and I saw Five Nights at Freddy's, by the way. After, wandering around the mall for a little bit, because there's a mall nearby the theater, stopped in for a quick bite at a local pizza joint. It's rather tasty. We were just chilling, talking for, a solid, I don't know, hour or two, hour and a half. It was a good long while that we were just kind of chilling there, vibing, me and my friend. And then, it was getting a little late, so we're like, okay, should probably pack it in, call it a day, because he parked somewhere where we weren't entirely sure if there was like a limit to the time. Because some parking lots, they have like a cutoff, which is like you can only park here for X amount of hours or until X time, and then anyone parked after that is they're gonna get like a ticket or something. So we wanted to avoid that. Made sure he got back to the garage okay. Uh, but before that, as we were heading towards the door to this pizza place, I noticed it was raining quite heavily. I had a relatively light sweatshirt on, but still, a light sweatshirt in the rain is better than none. He unfortunately did not. He opted for a short sleeve evening, even though it was cloudy out. Let that be a lesson to him, I suppose. But I noticed that yeah, if you've been around the channel long enough, you know I work from home now. So I haven't really been out and about a whole lot. And when I was, it wasn't raining because I primarily went out during the summer months when it was very dry. So it wasn't really an issue. But last Sunday, I realized there was a hole in the bottom of my shoe, and I'm about to embark on a little bit of travel to a place that is much rainier than where I currently live. So immediately, my thought is like, this needs to be fixed because I do not want to be walking around the UK in wet socks. Yeah, I'm going to the UK. If you weren't here for last stream when I announced that, now you know. In a few weeks, I'll be flying out, visit some friends. It's going to be a good time. But I definitely need sturdier footwear because I am, going in the fall ish months, which I believe are a bit more rainy than other months, or at least previous months. The rain is coming. It coming. And it ain't gonna stop. Won't stop. Can't stop. Because that's just how it is. Very much like where I live. So I bought some new shoes. Those are on the way. They'll be here Saturday, which is fine. I don't need them like immediately. I almost opted to get them uh earlier, but at the same time, I don't want to deal with multiple boxes because I also got hair ties. For the first time in my life, I have decided to purchase hair ties because I don't know, I've kind of want a ponytail. I'm just gonna say it. Uh, my hair is long enough to have like a very small one, but it'll work. So we'll see how it is. I just got some pretty cheap cotton ones because you gotta protect the dew. Those I hate it when they're both like prime eligible, but one is like slightly more delayed than the other. So I just opted to have them both in the same box, which apparently means that um it's even a day later. Thought that was kind of strange. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. Where if I did them separately, one would come in tomorrow, the other would come in on Friday, and then if I wanted to combine them, they'd come in on Saturday. My thought is then, if that's the case, they probably send both of them to Amazon, and after they receive them, then they send them out again. So there's that little delay instead of them being shipped directly from wherever it is that they come from to my house. They have to go to a third party location, be combined, and then ship back out to me. Still fine. I don't have a burning need for either of these things, and I don't think I'm going to be going out too much in the foreseeable future. At least for this coming weekend. Although I'm kind of curious, what's the weather looking like in future? How rainy are we supposed to get in the following few days? Ooh, very likely. Very likely to rain these next few days. Dang, next Tuesday is like the least likely. Oh, okay, so one's for daytime, one's for nighttime. Okay, so tomorrow it's more likely to rain in the evening, but it still has a pretty decent chance to rain in the day. Friday is pretty equal both sides. Saturday, more likely daytime, less likely evening. Sunday's about the same. Monday is same as Saturday, but yeah, okay. We got rain. We got rain on the docket for the foreseeable future, but I don't think I'm gonna be going out too much because I'm still good. We got groceries. I got delivery if I need to. I mean, if we do go out, we probably will be going to like a restaurant, if anything. Me and the roomies. I haven't done that in a while. Maybe we'll get some Korean barbecue. Maybe not. I should really try to save money. I'm trying to be better about my like going out to eat spending. Where if I do, I try to do it only once a week. And then if I do that, I try to keep it like around $20 at at most, hopefully. But man, deliveries are so expensive now. It's crazy. I remember there were time I could order some food, it would cost me like 15 bucks. 10, $15, depending on what it was. And that's including all the bullshit fees that they have. Now it's like near impossible to get anything under that. or that get anywhere near that unless I buy like a single French fry from a place. But even then, it's so not worth it because you buy in the fry at like $2, but then the other fees are like double the cost of whatever it is you're buying. It's a mess. It's a nightmare. But it is what it is. It is the price of convenience, I suppose. Although I feel like that shouldn't be like eventually the price of convenience is going to become more inconvenient than just going out and getting it. We just have to hit that tipping point. There's that level that we haven't quite hit yet, I feel like, as a society. Because that's really what's going to dictate it. How often are people going to just go out themselves and pick it up in comparison? Unless we still do that. Because, of course, I don't have a sample size. I don't know how many people actually, just they order the food through the app, but then they go get it themselves, right? Avoid the wait, which is honestly smart and probably what I should be doing. But I do value my time a little bit more than, well, money. Not gonna lie. I feel like my time is vastly more valuable than a little pocket change. Those extra few dollars just to have it be sent to me in my humble abode. Ugh. But of course, that's just me. Other people probably value the money more, or at least enough where it's more worth to just go out and pick it up, save those few extra dollars. I don't know. You could probably theory craft around it for ages, but that's just my take on it. In any case, we're diving back into Slay the Princess tonight. So we're gonna put on our thinking thonkin caps because there's something hidden deep in this game. There's a story. There's a mystery that needs unraveling. And I think we've done a pretty decent job of sussing it out so far. Um, in case you missed the last time, because it has been, well, it's actually been exactly 1 week since the last time I played this. So since the last time we played this game, 1 week ago, to the very day, which I suppose isn't all that terribly difficult. But we started the game with a singular task to slay the princess. So said a voice in our head, labeled the narrator. Of course, with these types of games where it's very obvious what you're supposed to be doing, I'm already very suspicious. So I'm like, okay, but why? And throughout the course of, the following few hours, we uh slowly discover that we're stuck in kind of like a time loop or something. I don't know if it's actually like a time loop, but we're stuck in some sort of loop where every time we kill the princess, or sorry, we slay the princess because saying you're killing something is taboo, even if it is a video game. After slaying the princess or getting slain by the princess, because that happens very often as well, we jump back in time to a different to the beginning, basically. But depending on the circumstances around who is slaying who, changes the next jump until inevitably we reach the void, or some sort of plane outside of the one that we start in, where there's an entity that collects the various experiences that we put into the princess through the act of slaying. If that makes sense. Um, for example, we bring them a vessel, which is what they call it, and the entity is like, "Oh, you've brought me a kind heart, or you've brought me a strong heart." So they are learning things through the experiences that we give the princess, through the hardships or the trials, the uh what do they say in the game? What was the verbiage? I think just the experiences, the predicaments that they have to go through in order to get there. That's what we're feeding them so that they can become like an actual being. Um, and throughout every time we die, we gain like another voice in our head, which is very interesting. That remembers everything that happened in the previous life, I guess you could say, or the previous loop. They remember, and their personality is based off of what happens. It's very fascinating. So that's a recap of what happened. Uh, we're gonna go into this, and we're gonna be testing things. Now that we kind of understand how the world works, it's only logical that we test the parameters. No more making assumptions. Well, I guess we're making a lot of assumptions because there's a lot of assumptions to be had, but we're we're gonna be going about this a little bit more scientific like. Yeah, instead of just we'll maybe we'll try this time, in hopes for a better outcome. Because I don't think, realistically, I don't think there is a quote unquote better outcome. I think it's, I don't know, we just keep going until something changes, until the status quo shifts in some way. I don't know when that will be, and I don't know how we'll get there, but we'll get there at some point, I think. So we just got to keep trudging forward. Goldie, to the main stage. Goldie, to the main stage.
Right away, sir. Did you change the game category?
I have. I think. Wait. Did it get changed? Oi. Twitch, you smelly little thing. Did you get changed? Or is it OBS that's acting up? OBS? Okay. No, we are good. Okay, just say Slay the Princess. It's just not showing up in OBS. Weird. Okay, well, if you've had a moment, you can see that there's a content warning for this game, and rightly so. It is, there's some pretty messed up stuff that we've seen so far. We've been eaten. The princess has gnawed their own hand off. I suppose we're going into spoiler territory since we're talking about our past experiences, but these things have happened. It's rough. It's rough. We've stabbed her in the chest. She stabbed us in the chest. So yeah, if you have any issue with let's see, yeah, we'll just read it for you just in case. So this is a horror game and it's not intended for all audiences. Please visit their website at blacktabbygames.com for a full list of the content warnings. So if you're concerned at all about any of the potential content that is in the game, definitely go check that out. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should put that in my title. Content warning. CW, baby! Okay, so if anybody asks. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There's no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There's only fresh perspectives. Oh, perspectives! That's the word. We're feeding them perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. All right. We switch over. I think you guys should be able to hear that now. It's very soft. Okay, so we just started a new loop. We literally just restarted, and I think what I was going to do was I was going to try and I think I was just gonna keep going. Like, I was going to listen to the narrator through and through. I think. I think that was the plan, yeah. So they just said, you're here to stay there. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. So I'll be like, okay. Silently continue to the cabin. I think this shouldn't matter.
Short path to the cabin. You'll find the
I think I asked some initial questions ahead of time. Maybe? I don't know if that matters.
The cabin is almost entirely bare.
But yeah, this is the
air
same
stale
setup.
and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture
Ah,
of note,
a
the
blade.
is your implement. You'll need it.
Alright. We take the blade.
Take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
So this will be the first time that I'm gonna just
Door to the basement
slay the
creaks
princess
open,
outright.
revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below.
Also, the first time I've
This is
taken
an oppressive place.
the
air feels
knife
heavy and damp, a hint of rot fills
since the
air
beginning,
from the ancient
like out the gate.
If the princess really
A lot of
lives,
the other
why
loops that I
should
went,
her
I left the
doing
knife.
her a favor? Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Yep. Okay. So that does change things. Confirms my suspicion. The first few times that I came down the stairs with the knife, it was always, who's there? It was very menacing, very confident, that condescending kind of voice. But every time I went down without the sword, or without the blade, it was very soft and petite, like, oh, who's there? You know?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Yep.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. Good.
So we're just gonna pile drive through it.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Because I'm
There's a chain
curious.
around her wrist, binding her to the farm.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
We are focused. We will focus.
And
Don't you
there
worry.
You are you here to kill me or something?
Yep. We're just gonna do it. Steal your nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh, no talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
That cold confidence. Oh.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Right. This is a bait. So if I hesitate and listen to her, it gives her a chance to
She's
get
unarmed.
ready.
If you hesitate now, it'll be too late.
So this is actually true. Wait, drop the blade. I'm not dropping the blade. Wait. What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? Hold on. Where's my just kill her? Can I not do that again? Interesting. I came in here fully intending to just go at it. But that might be locked now. We've already gone through that scenario. So the game won't let us go through it again. Oh, fascinating. Okay. Well, okay, all right. You know what? We'll listen. We'll listen instead. We came down here intending to murder her. Let's drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clack.
Let's see where this goes.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
You still sound very arrogant.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll be fine. She totally doesn't have a knife hidden up one of those
I
sleeves.
don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Ah, it'll be fine.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Well, most relationships do start off a little awkward now, don't they? That's how we get to learn to know each other, you know? It's yeah, it's pretty awkward. A relationship? You coming on to me? Ooh, What a smooth criminal if I go with that one. How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There are people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that? What's your name? How long have you been down here? You know why I'm here to kill you? Okay, we've talked enough. We haven't said a word. I haven't said a word. I dropped the blade and sat down. Okay, let's... In this situation, what would I pick? I think, definitely not this one. I would not have the balls to try to make a pass. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that? I think I've already asked her this at some point. The situation may have been slightly different, but... I think I've already... I don't know if that matters, though. Okay, let's just pick... let's just go from the top.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
I have my reasons. Do you think I'd just come here to kill someone without even knowing why? That'd be ridiculous. Except, that's exactly why I'm here. I have no idea why I'm supposed to kill you other than you're supposed to destroy the world. How and when? Those are still left up for debate. Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
She was just threatening us a second ago. Am I the only one here unnerved by that perfect little laugh?
Who is she?
That is a sign that you're finally coming around to reason.
I have no idea. To be honest, I don't even know why I'm down here, or how I got here. I was kind of hoping you might be able to shed some light on the whole situation.
Okay, I wonder if now I can say that you were supposed to just... Oh, yeah, here we go. I'm here because you were supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
That's cute. Do you believe that? Do you think I'm some sort of... monster?
Well, my past lives have, Yeah, actually.
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so... dangerous?
Deflect. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I've been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me. No, but I'm sure they have their reasons for keeping that information secret. No, and if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them. So initially coming down to murder, to do the stabby stab, but then being like, you know what? You make a fine point. And I become their, okay.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
Honestly, my dude, from what we've been through, nobody really has my best interest at heart.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
Okay, I still have a few more questions before we decide. Slay the princess. Actually, I've changed my mind. I don't trust you. Ooh. Ooh, the betrayal route. Oh, shit. What would that do? The flip-flop. Alright.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
I just get punched?
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
Damn, she punched me so hard she broke my jaw.
Shit, that hurts. Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit.
Okay, she's a brawler.
You can still turn this around.
Finish. Give up. Flee and lock her in the basement. No, I finished the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either.
Excuse me?
That was kind of
I
harsh.
think this is what I wanted to happen. I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job.
Facts of the situation.
The final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
Okay, that's a familiar sight. So we've been here before, where we kind of did equal blows,
What's fun?
but the situation leading up to it was
Princess
different.
gasps, her voice an unhealthy
If
rumble
only
as her
slightly.
lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
Nope, I really don't.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark.
And I die again for like the, what is this, 9th time now? Chapter 2, the adversary. Ooh.
On a path in the woods.
Oh, hey, look,
At
we're
the
still
end of
pretty
the
much the
path
same.
Is a cabin. And in the basement, you're here to slay her.
Yep, end of the world. Got it. Let's see. So we're going to mostly ignore the beginning bits.
Before you go any further, she will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Ooh, this is a new voice. The voice of the stubborn. Okay.
Are you sure about that?
The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in.
Stubborn. What were we being
This was
stubborn about?
broadly applicable advice. The princess
Not
will
dying?
say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Crystal. Let's just get on with it already.
Okay. Stubborn is, ready and raring to go.
The cabin is tighter
Ooh.
than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you. as if
Interesting.
trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination.
It's all stone.
Furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
That mirror
Blade
again.
is your implement. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous. But there was a mirror a second, and now it's gone. So all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
Okay.
You take the blade from the altar.
So every time I've
Lift it to
checked the
slay
mirror,
princess
it's
and
always
save
just
the world
disappeared.
without a weapon.
I don't know if that's significant. We're gonna keep going in fighting.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase. Its walls pressing at your sides
Because we are now in new territory.
The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive.
Oh, we're like in a volcano.
Sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Fascinating.
His voice carries up the stairs.
Oh, a fierce voice. Oh
We've got
shit.
Another challenger. Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Ooh, we've made a brawler from her.
Sounds like my kind of princess.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
Well, actually, no. That's exactly what I'm here to do. I'm here to have a... Oh, she's a devil.
The form of the princess princess comes into view. A large shadow
Well, that was a
seen from
turn I
across
wasn't
the
expecting.
basement wall.
Sheesh.
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Seriously.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us.
Ooh, and this time she recognizes us again.
And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
Yeah, we'll see about that, lady. So you do remember me. Slay the princess. Okay. We fight!
Good. With a singular focus, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess.
We're going the fighting route.
Here we go. Let's make this count.
Oh, God.
We'll make it count, all right.
You can feel flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum. Your weapon tightly lodged in the bone of her arm.
Uh-oh.
She grins at you from behind her guard. Pull it out. We'll try a different angle.
No, we can do this. Just keep pushing.
All right, stubborn.
We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
That's true. Keep pushing. Unlodge the blade and attack her from a different angle. Ooh. We gotta be smart about this, I think, if we want to win. Or do we just keep pushing? We be stubborn.
The princess's grin widens as the two of you push against each other, her fiery eyes and masochistic glee practically lighting up the dreary cave.
I think what we gotta do is any time we get like a new voice, we just go their route.
Yes. You get it, don't you? Dying and coming back. Clashing against each other over the fate of everything.
Forever.
Did she just admit out loud that she's gonna end the world if she gets out of here? She most certainly did. I hope you've made a mental note of that, hero.
Well, okay, now that she's like a demon, sure. But before then, when she was just a petite little princess tied to a wall,
Yes. The
maybe not.
world doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is this fight. The only thing that matters is getting stronger. And the only way to get stronger is to win. Even if it takes us forever to get there.
Your balance is suddenly thrown off as the princess pulls you into her knee. It glides
Ooh.
over your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood. from
sheesh.
As she strikes you again,
She really packs a punch.
kind of straining metal, then a snap. It would appear that she's loose.
Uh-oh.
Fine.
We're fine.
You only have enough time to notice before the princess follows up and smashes her forehead against yours. Your grip loosens from the impact, the blade still wedged in her arm as you tumble to the cold stone floor.
I said we're fine.
If you say so.
I didn't say you weren't fine. I was just describing what happened.
And we thank you for
I might
that.
have said as much, but you certainly implied it.
Maybe next time describe us, you know, like just shrugging it off. Even if it doesn't actually, I wonder if that's the thing. If at some point do we get to be like, hey, narrator, maybe narrate us being cooler, you know, or something like that.
It really doesn't matter. The princess glances down at the blade embedded in her arm, and with near total ignorance to pain, slides it out of its sinewy prison.
Ugh.
You forgot this.
Oh, at least she's fair about it.
Tosses it at your feet.
Aren't you jumping the gun a little here? We each died once. That doesn't mean we're immortal. Were you being metaphorical when you said that nothing exists outside of us? There's more to this world than just this cabin. I saw trees and everything on my way here. Don't you want to be free, though? Isn't there more to life than waking up chained to a basement and fighting to the death in some endless loop? Actually, I think I'm done fighting you. I don't think this is healthy for either of us. Pick up the blade and attack again!
You and the princess attack each other once again, each of you dealing a single, terrible, lethal blow.
Well, that was much faster this time.
Wait, does that mean we're dead? Or rather, about to be dead? As your blade pierces her sternum, the princess buries her fist into the soft meat of your organs.
Damn, she punched us so hard.
Pops, a
gush of fluid, and it's over. It's
What, like our heart exploded? What the hecky?
No, it's not. We're just getting started.
But it is over. Dead is dead. I know this isn't the happiest ending for you, but you saved the entire world from ruin. There are few better endings than that.
Well, are you going to listen to him? Or are you going to listen to me?
Oh,
Up.
are we gonna be like, no, fuck that, we're getting up. We get up.
No, that can't be right.
I'm stubborn, bitch.
Your eyes bolt open and you push yourself back to your feet.
I picked the, I guess I picked the barbarian route this time. Holy.
Ha! I told you. I told you this wasn't over.
What about her? The blade went right through her heart.
What about her? If we're fine, then she's fine.
No, she's dead. She has to be. No!
Ooh, okay. So, you know what? I kind of called it there. May not be the same, but I was like, what if we are like, you know, maybe us be more badass and we kind of take over? We've literally taken over in the same universe.
Right. We're all shit out of luck, aren't we?
Oh boy.
I knew it. I told you we should all believe in her. This is perfect.
Man, Voice of the Stubborn, he just wants to brawl.
The princess rises from the ground, staggering slightly, one hand wrapped around the hilt of the blade still buried in her heart.
We don't even need to start over anymore, do we? Let's go again.
She pulls the weapon from her chest, barely wincing, and hurls it at your feet.
You know what to do. Again.
Again!
Came back. What's the point of fighting her if she can just do that?
Well, I mean, we technically did two, right? So now we're just fighting forever in this cave.
You need to settle down. This whole situation is coming dangerously close to untethering. She clearly never actually died. You just missed her heart, that's all.
Mr. Narrator, you said she was dead, and I thought you stated the facts of the situation. Is literally what you... Okay, maybe not literally. I may be paraphrasing just a little bit.
Just missed her heart. Oh, of course, that's all. You were the one who said we hit her heart. You were the one who said it was finally over. Well, I guess I had it wrong.
Oh, the narrator admits he doesn't get everything
I
right.
guess you had it wrong. Aren't you supposed to know everything? I never said I knew everything.
Ooh, he's not omnipotent. Let's untethering. We attack again!
Unbreakable determination, you snatch the blade from the floor and stumble back to your feet. Both you and the princess.
Let's go!
As your eyes lock across the basement floor and share a knowing look. Free from hesitation, you close the distance, both you and the princess aiming to end each other. Your blade digs into her neck, grinding against her vertebrae as her fist connects to her body. The impact forces the air from your lungs, stars dancing in front of your eyes as you fail to keep your bearing.
Oh, that's...
You both fall to the ground before either of you has a chance to survey the damage.
And then we get up.
Yes.
And then you get...
Then you get up.
That was a good one. More.
We keep going!
You and the princess exchange dozens of devastating blows. Sometimes you manage to strike first, and sometimes she tears through you before you have a chance to act.
Jeez, some of these are... Ooh, they're graphic. Oh my god.
And then you get up and do it again, and again, and again,
Again and
and
again.
again, and again, and again. We're all still here. This is all gonna be okay, isn't it?
Ooh, this is the first time we've ever had it where we only went back the one time. Usually we go back twice.
Isn't it?
But he doesn't answer. The voice, he'll never answer. He's gone.
What are you waiting for? I'm right here.
The hair's back.
What is this place?
Did we do this?
Huh. I didn't think we had it in us. But I guess that stuck-up control freak was right.
It's the end of the world, isn't it? It's the end of everything.
That's still up for debate.
Far from it. We're still here. And she's still here too.
Not for long. The princess stumbles and her body
I
slumps.
feel so tired.
I'm gonna guess she's gonna say a fierce heart? Because what do you have strong? We have strong, I'm trying to remember. We have strong, gentle. Oh shoot, what was the other one? We've given this entity three different like perspectives. I'm gonna say fierce. I'm thinking fierce.
She's gone. Where did she go? And there's that mirror again.
We'll
Why is
see.
it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay. Just trust me. Okay, so these are all the same, and I guess these are mostly here just to hear what our other voices say. Like, I know what the voice of the hero is gonna say,
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it.
but I wonder what the voice of the stubborn is gonna say.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
Ah, okay. Voice of the stubborn just wants to fight. It's in for you, but not for me.
Okay.
Maybe there'll be a good fight there. Maybe we'll find her again.
All right. What do we look like this time? Silence as you reach forward. They're gone again. Mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You're unraveled. Ah. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You're at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Nope. I don't know what we're going to find in the next iteration of this. Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? You want to tell me? There's trees and stars, and there are people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people. Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real? Do you have thoughts on this vessel? Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken? When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one? How many vessels do you need? Okay. If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here. I'm ready to go back and attack. Okay. Let's see. Let's just go down the list, because I think I'll be able to ask all of these.
Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me. Short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins.
Right.
I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
That's a fair point.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
I mean, we're not... Yeah, that's normal, though.
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
That's an interesting thought. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something, but nothing cannot exist on its own. Because of that, nothing can't exist. Huh. That's very quantum mechanics-y. Ooh, it's making my brain tingle. What are your thoughts on this vessel?
This one yearns to grow and struggle. Even now I feel
Ooh, fucking
Not realizing that
called
when
it.
she will make for a fierce heart.
Fierce heart. Oh, I am so smart. Ooh, that feels good. I love that.
Do not mourn her. We will provide her with the growth she fought for.
Yeah, yeah, bitch. Fierce heart. What I say. What's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Fair enough.
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
I don't know. He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. He does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does. And when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers. He does. And when I find him, I'm going to kill him. He does, but you're going to keep that to yourself. Huh. What was her question? No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond? He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. He does when I find him, going to finally have answers. Interesting, interesting.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
That's a fair point.
1. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final
Oh, shoot.
multitude.
One more iteration? Okay. If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
Okay. Huh. So I guess ultimately the choice is at the end, like all these other choices leading us to this area, more or less don't matter. I think the only choice that will inevitably matter is whether we once this entity is complete, once we've brought her the final vessel, do we let her live or do we let it live? I think that's because this has been here every single time, and I tried doing it once before to no avail, but I feel like at some point, because she's technically not like a being that exists yet, so attacking her is pointless. But we'll see. We'll see. That's my theory going forward. If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here. I wonder what they'd say if I said this.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you.
Oh, she remembers. Okay, there is no waiting forever. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Okay.
I will be here, waiting for you.
Into the final loop, I guess. Everything goes dark and I die. I die again, for the last time. A fierce vessel. Bring the adversary to
You're on the
her.
path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Okay. Let's see. So what have we done? What have we done thus far? I think one of the only iterations that we haven't done, or one of the few, I'm trying to think, because we've done a couple times where we've gone down, we've talked, and then we've decided to kill her. We've just gone down and killed her. We've gone down and not killed her. I think one of the only things we haven't done is gone down with the intent to kill her, but then actually try to set her free. So let's try for that
You
one.
make your way up the short path.
Let's try for that one.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is
Stale and musty.
and the
Floor and the walls are painted with a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on the table is a pristine blade.
The blade is your implement.
Yes, yes, we take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
We enter the basement. Actually, I have never said hi to her either in the beginning of this. So let's give her a little hello.
Light in the room below. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Who's there? Yep.
Sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you.
Hi! I'm here to kill you.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding. She's so
The basement.
cold. Focus on the task at hand.
Okay.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yes, I'm here to murder you. Okay, so we steal our nerves and we step forward.
Your grip on the.
Oh? No talking. I'm probably chained up in this space. So,
Yep.
you should just.
She's unarmed.
Okay, you know what? So let's drop the blade again.
The blade,
Thank you.
against your better judgment, will be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Okay. Let's see. How do we want to start this out? These are all the same as before, which I find kind of interesting. How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade.
Interesting.
She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting. She is. I'm sure of it.
Okay. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Ooh, the last time I asked her this, she was a little bit more, like, unsure. And very much just like, oh, like, you could call me princess, I suppose. You know, Tehe, you know, that kind of thing. This is more like, yeah, bitch, you address me like the peasant that you are, and if you don't, we're gonna have a problem. That's how, like, that's the level that she's at right now.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
No, we're still gonna help. I'm gonna be a loyal little minion. Okay, how long have you been down here?
Too long.
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
That's because she doesn't know herself. She's just being confident because we came at her with a knife. She is a creature of perception. We've been over this. It was literally told to us in the, like, pretty much the very beginning. At some point. Okay, so most of these are basically the same. Okay,
Oh,
we've talked enough.
Have you decided what to do with me?
I have.
You know why you're here.
I think most of that is more or less just kind of like, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so I can slay her. I'm getting you out of here, examine the chains, or I can keep her locked away. At least for a bit. No, you know the better. Oh, wait a minute. I've had this one before. Let's try getting her out.
You have to be kidding me. You
Walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day.
Yeah, okay, so we've kind of gone down this road before. We had a very similar situation, but this was... we didn't have the knife with us initially. And if there isn't a key, any ideas besides me cutting you out of here? I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from
Damn.
the outside.
Okay, so that's still the
Here
same as well.
to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Well, at least we have the knife.
Way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
Sheesh!
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Ooh, okay, so now I have the option. If I go for the slay route, what's gonna happen? Do we try to forgive her? We go in intending to slay, but then we're like, no, we saved the princess. Will she be grateful? Because she's very arrogant right now. She's very high and mighty, hoity-toity, at present. So will she have gratitude, or will she remain that... will she continue to put on airs? I have a feeling she's gonna stay that way, but let's go with it.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the
Oh my God.
princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh.
What? Okay. First of all, why not at the wrist, right? So where you're cutting there, you gotta cut through 2 bones, my dude. That's 2. At the wrist, there's separation there. You know, that's where all the bones meet. That's probably gonna be the easiest place to cut, especially if you got a nice sharp knife.
The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding.
But I guess it's that sharp. It doesn't matter. Still, that's...
She
ugh.
can't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye.
Yep, because this is a princess that knows what she
How
wants.
is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world.
Oh, he tries to take us over again.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Oh, I have the option to warn her again.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect.
Okay, so we're gonna die again, and this is how it happens.
Stop it. Stop resisting me.
She's gonna take the blade and kill us, but we're gonna let her. I think. Or do we? Because I feel like we've kind of already seen the whole... But not... no, we're gonna resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
We're gonna resist.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
Okay, here's the difference. This version of the princess is actually gonna do it very quickly. She knows how to handle a knife.
Forward and prise the
Unlike the other time. The other time, she was like very ditzy, very like, oh, yes, I am frightened, princess. Oh, woe is me. And she just like stabs me like a bajillion times until I die. This one, she's probably just gonna be like, and then I'm dead.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
There it is.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck.
I wonder what voice we're gonna get
This
this
is the end,
time.
isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Hey, we're trying to change the scenario here, okay? The prisoner. Ooh, okay. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Right click opens up the menu. Interesting. I didn't realize.
You're here to slay her.
Okay, I guess, but I died. What's going on here? Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
Tricks? Don't forget what he did to us the last time around.
Ooh, voice of the skeptic.
Just a word.
Okay, nice.
There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe you know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep seeing. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophic...
Yes, you keep saying that.
I told you about the stakes of this situation.
Okay, let's assume the truth. Ooh, what if I leave right now? That's also something I haven't done. Although I am really curious to see what the prisoner would be. I assume if I just left, I would end up back at the void, or I would just die again and we'd have to restart, which I don't really want to do. I'm making a big assumption here, but I'm pretty sure turning around and leaving is like the reset button. Like, let's say we wanted to reset the run for whatever reason. That's how we do it. So let's just go to the cabin.
A warning. Before she will lie. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
Wink, wink, nudge,
Did you just
nudge.
say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink.
Wink. I mean, how are you supposed to emote as a disembodied voice? I think Voice of the Skeptic is doing a marvelous job.
Focus on the princess.
Excuse me, he's doing his best. Some people use flowery words and overly complicated adjectives to describe things. Others just say what they're feeling. You know, wink. How's the cabin gonna look? I have no idea. Decrepit?
The interior of the
Oh.
cabin is lesser.
Oh!
And more
Duh.
like a
The prisoner!
Pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold.
This is
uninviting
very
stone
dungeon looking.
walls, and thick wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
Okay, I think the mirror being here, it symbolizes that we're on the right track. I think.
The only furniture of note is an iron table bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
So now the real question is, do we bring the blade in again?
The blade is your implement.
Ooh. I'm curious to see what the skeptic says.
Definitely did not. Does a mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should. There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror.
Okay.
There isn't. I think you know what we have to do.
Remain silent. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now, but it was there a second ago, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Mirror is definitely a symbol for something. I'm just not sure what. Like, I know it's kind of like the final link to getting us into, like, the in-between. Back to the entity, right? But it's showing up here in the second, like, loop before we get there every time. Yeah, I feel like I'm still missing stuff. Okay, so... now that we've kind of given our intention to help her, I wonder if she'll remember us. So if I go down without the blade... trying to think. My previous iterations. Have I gone down with the blade first, and then the next time without it? I think in the first iteration, I took the blade both times. But the second time, she was a ghost, so... you know. And then the next time, I couldn't even get down the basement before I just get, like, attacked, because she became, like, a wraith. Time after that, I think I just ignored the blade both times. I went back up to get it, and I eventually did get it, with the intent on killing her. But I wonder if I go down... okay, there's no point in wondering. Let's go down without it this time.
I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation, and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon.
Are you sure? What if she, I don't know, turns it against us? Which I'm bringing up in hypothetical.
Oh, hero, I know you know that I know that you know that I know that you know what's going on.
Yes, I'm sure.
Turns it against you. She's a prisoner here. She'll only be able to turn it against you if you give it to her. Which you won't be doing because she's an existential threat to the entire world.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I haven't gone down with the intent to kill her,
Okay.
died, and then gone down without the blade. So, hey, don't I get a say in here? What's the big idea?
Yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go.
Wonderful. You do exactly
Oh,
that.
I don't even get a choice on this matter, apparently.
Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it. No, you don't have to do anything but...
Which goes to show that my other selves do have an equal say in things. As much as the game, I feel like, thinks, or tries to, like, I don't know, condition you into thinking that you have your own say in stuff, your other selves have almost an equal say in things. They just don't realize it most of the time.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing
So she's gonna be cold to us
Saul's
again, yeah?
staircase.
Maybe colder?
A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps.
Sounds like a dungeon.
Princess lives here. Slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since
Ooh.
I've had
Okay, so she's given, like... oh! Post! What's up? Welcome in! Thanks for the, resubscribe. For 6 months, let's go! We hit that half-a-year mark. How's it going, my man? I think we're coming to the tail end of this, this very interesting little game.
Does she remember us?
I think she does. And I think she's going to be much more Evil Queen-esque this time around.
You walk down the stairs.
Oh,
and
Jesus.
lock eyes
Okay,
with
never
the
mind.
princess. She looks
Holy
up,
shit.
the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic...
This is the
cords.
most we've ever
She
seen her
rests
chained up.
hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why should we be
Interesting.
worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier.
It's always just been the one on her right arm. The other one's always been broken. Now she's with 3. That's
Notice
insane.
the empty chain on the wall. Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
That's a good point. Why is there an extra one here? In all the other iterations, there were always two. One was just broken for some reason. That reason never was really put into question. Why only one?
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'll sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Okay.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sit where you were told to sit, or sit closer. No, we're gonna be the good little bird man that we
Do
are.
as she asks, and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
That is the run that we're going for. We're gonna be the good little bird man and listen to her commands.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
My intention, what do you mean? I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that? What happens after I died last time? That other chain on the wall. Who's it for? What would you have me do? I think I'm just going to leave you here, actually. You're not much of a threat. Slay her. Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. So there are still multiple paths that I can take here. How many more endings are there? How many more vessels have I not been able to get? Because I only need the one more. Once we're through with this, the entity at the end will be sated. Or complete, or what have you. This is definitely one of those games where I'm probably going to play through it again on my own and see what happens. If there's any difference. Or maybe I'll find a YouTube video and see if there's, like, anything. I don't know. We'll see. In any case, let's see. What? My intentions, what do you mean?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, so I'm afraid my only way out is surgical removal.
That's going to be a little difficult because I'm pretty sure I can't surgically remove your head and put it back on. I am just a simple bird man.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck?
Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
Both kind of a scary thought.
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her.
Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
Very political. Very political thing to say, miss. What happened after I died last time? I don't know if I want to tell her. How am I supposed to cut you out? If you didn't notice, your head is shackled too.
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that.
Oh, honestly, I'm kind of down to see what she does.
Certainly seems
My morbid curiosity is taking over here.
We don't.
Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
Such is life, though.
What should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
It's very skeptical of you.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
I've died so many times.
Sound great. What about the pros? There are none.
None that you say. Because you want her dead.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
That's what I'm saying. See, me and the skeptic are on the same page here. Okay, let's see. I've been here before. Am I the one who only remember? Okay, so that's still the same. What happened if I died? Another chain on the wall. Who's it for? I am kind of
I
curious.
don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
Is that actually an option?
I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Inspect the shackle. Do I lock myself down here with her? I can cut you out of there. I'm not giving you the weapon. Okay, I'm trusting you. Give her the knife. If you want to leave, I'm going to be the one with the weapon. Deal with it. Cut her out on your own. Okay, that's definitely going to kill her. I think I'm just going to leave you here. Or slay.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. And why is that?
If I inspect the shackle, maybe I can find a way to actually unlock it. Hmm?
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle, and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
Surely there's some mechanism to release it. That would be illogical to have a shackle without a
Armrest
keyhole.
into it. I don't know. Maybe it will. He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
The skeptic just like anytime the narrator says anything, he's like, "Ah, hold on there, hold on there. I'm gonna be devil's advocate."
He's telling the truth.
Which I suppose is, you know, fitting for being a skeptic. Now that I say it out loud.
He isn't. I am.
Yeah, that was a very Scott Pilgrim moment there. I'm gonna do it anyway.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next. What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad?
What do you mean supposed to? Hold on. Hold on. Say what I'm supposed to say next. Why would he say it like that? Because he said he doesn't know everything. That was in a okay, so we're going based off what we know. In the previous iteration, he said, I don't know everything. I never said he never said he knew everything. So now he's saying what I'm supposed to say, which means he is reading from a script of scenarios, depending on what we choose. And our choices are apparently, by my reckoning, very limited if that's the case. Why? Why does he have like a script then? Besides the obvious fact that he's a narrator, which I suppose would be fitting, but all at the same while, if he does have a script, and everything is written out, quote unquote, then he should know what happens at the end. You know? Surely whoever wrote this script didn't just leave it without an ending. That would be dumb. And bad writing.
Yes, it's bad.
Let me guess. It magically wraps itself around my wrist and locks me in place.
Say it then. You're just wasting time. Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck.
Oh.
And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
Oh.
Excuse me?
What? What bullshit magical shackles are these?
Yes? Are we stuck here now?
Prison of the mind. Become your own jailer.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now?
I suppose that is rather comical, but at least we have each other.
Cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve. That's horrible. It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
What did we learn?
Touch things we're specifically told not to touch. No, but there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
I mean, okay, so we're both stuck here now. What should we do? Did you know that was going to happen to me?
No.
We're both stuck here.
Yep.
She's just gonna give me one answer responses, isn't she? Not one for small talk, are you?
Nope.
Let's see it. Let's. I mean, she says nothing. Ah. All right, we wait in silence.
Wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything.
Wait. Is another me gonna come down the stairs?
This is so boring.
Oh, shut up, hero. We've been here before. We waited for like an eternity, or at least a very long time. Who knows? Maybe hundreds of years. In actually, our first. Wait, was it our first run through? No, I think it was our second run through.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing. But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold.
It is silent. Hmm.
At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it. How exactly does that work? It just does.
I mean, I guess the same way like a freaking magical chain just suddenly latches itself around your neck and repels the only thing that you have on hand that could possibly break you out.
But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And
Okay, that's
after
not
that,
even something that
even more
interrupts.
time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same. If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
Well, in a normal world, yes.
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there, but then they get larger and larger.
Oh. Changing. Wait. Hey, have you noticed the basement changing?
I don't like small talk.
Ah. Oh, Post! Thanks for the gifted sub. Let's go! Powerful gifted sub to Taro. Hell yeah. 17. On the roster. Appreciate it, my guy.
Still rude.
Yeah, I've kind of given up on getting any useful information out of this princess. I was just curious if she'd keep up the bit. And we continue to...
You continue to wait in silence,
Ooh.
and the cabin continues to change.
I see that now!
The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
Yeah, it's getting rootier.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
This is true. We should have.
She hasn't starved. I guess she hasn't.
Oh.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement.
Okay.
Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass and pass.
So are we just waiting till inevitably it just caves in around us and we both just get crushed?
Until suddenly,
Oh.
there are no walls.
And then?
And
Where'd the knife go?
I think he's gone.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us.
I don't know about that. I hear the void slowly approaching.
So this is the outside world. It's cold.
And there's the hair. The hair's back. Okay, not exactly what I intended to do. Ah, man. But you do not get a chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? And there's that mirror again.
Of course you're scared, but this is the end for you. But it's not the end for me. We'll just...
So bad.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
See you on this side. It's going to be okay. It's not the end. Whatever's going on... Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. It's the end for you, but not for me. We're just going to approach the mirror. Bye, lads. You approach the mirror.
Like that silence.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Whoa, look at that! I'm like a birdman! I am like a crow. Are you me?
You know what I am.
Whoa! A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image and the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you. What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you? I have so many questions for you. Does it hurt when the pieces of you break off like that? I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will you help me if I look away or stop asking questions? Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. You part of me? Or something else? You're the one who wanted me to slay the princess. Why? I've met you many times. Have you been the same? You, all along? I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I? What is this place? Where are we? Or destroy the mirror. Okay, so I can finally ask some questions about this. The narrator. Now that he's in the mirror.
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Ooh. Okay, so I only get so many questions. Does it hurt when a pieces of you break like that? Every time I ask you something...
I haven't, and that's by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world.
Got it.
But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Okay. So we are, like, in a simulation, as it would seem. I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I? People out there, beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them? What is my true identity? Okay, what is the most pressing questions that we have? For all this hubris? After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live? What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you.
I wonder how many questions I get.
I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more questions, maybe? There are definitely more than 5 questions, though. I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions? I feel like that's a waste of a question. Hmm. Let's call out his hubris.
The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
God, that's so visceral. That's shattering.
I'm aware, and if I were you, I'd be more precious about your time.
Okay. Well, yep, that was a waste of a question, as I thought. What is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
There it is. There it is. The only choice that will really matter at the end of the game is, will I go through with it or not? Do you know... Okay, if I destroy her, won't I be alone? Why would you want me to destroy the concept of transformation? After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live? Do you know that thing won't just be worse if I destroy her? What would it be like to live in a world without her? Know this from the start. I would have helped you destroy her. She's capable of becoming whatever people believe her to be. Can I just will her into something small? That's a good question. Like... Actually, now that I think about it, this kind of speaks to the whole, you know, if you think someone is a villain, then eventually they become one kind of thing, right? Like, this Echo, or the narrator, has constantly been telling me that this princess is evil, that they're gonna destroy the world, yada, yada, yada. So, it's the whole, like, eventually you think, okay, maybe that is what they're gonna do. And then you start acting in a way to counter that. But I'm an advocate for change. How did you die? Ooh. What did you make the princess? Of all the things, why is she a princess? Why couldn't she be an ant or a slice of soggy bread? Again, true. If she is transformation, like, if she is what she is perceived to be, why a princess of all things? It would be so much easier to smush an ant. Over and over and over again. How am I supposed to destroy an abstract concept? What if neither of us leave this place? Does that work? Can we just stay here together and leave the people out there alone? Oh, that's another good question. The people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them? What is my true identity? Or just break the rest of the mirror. I'm done with your questions. I'm done with your answers. I'm just gonna do what I want. No, I want answers. I want answers to this. I only have so many questions to ask. I am curious about the princess.
Are you asking me to spend my final moments psychoanalyzing you? She wound up a princess because you wanted her to be a princess. As to why, maybe she needed to be beautiful, important, above you, but on a level you could still approach. A herald of things to come. I don't know. Gods are supposed to be beyond comprehension. I really shouldn't try and anthropomorphize you like this.
Ah, okay. So that is more on me, I suppose, then. Interesting. Hmm.
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed.
Oh. I see. You're the echo of someone who wanted to obtain immortality for everything. Because if you get rid of transformation, you never change. And if you never change, you just stay as you are forever. And I don't believe in that. Do I have a follow-up question for that? What would it be like to live in a world without her?
Burdenless. An eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone will be with the ones they love. No more fear. No more howling chaos. Just life.
There it is.
Forever.
Life forever. Immortality. True immortality. Nothing ever changes. Everything stays the same. No, that's
There's
boring,
a
dude.
to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world was to never be able to see it for myself.
We can't have that. As much as you want it, and as much as you think it's good for the world, I disagree. And because I am the one in charge here and holding the reins, we are going to not kill her. She's capable of becoming whatever people believe her to be. Can't I just will her into something small? You made me, then what am I? That doesn't matter. Well, actually,
With some amount of difficulty. But you're an abstract concept yourself. It would have been preferable if you had destroyed her within the confines of the construct, but when I shaped the two of you, I made sure that you were strong enough to see things through.
death of the author. Run out of questions. Say nothing and watch him end. Oh, okay. I think you're out of time. I'm not going to slay her, and I want you to know that for good. Wow, that's kind of a dick move. Rest easy. I'm going to destroy her. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about all of this. Yeah. Yeah, because I like getting both sides of the story. That's what I'm going to do.
My piece and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. Bring the prisoner to her. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Interesting. Whoa.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
So in a sense, because we're both concepts, is what the Echo said. We are both abstract concepts. She is everything, and I am nothing. Interesting. And in the nothingness, the nothingness was supposed to contain, or at least destroy, the somethingness. Is what I'm reading here. Unless I'm wrong, of course, because there could be things that I've missed.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you.
Which would make
dearly.
sense, because nothingness can't exist without something. So if I destroyed her, I would essentially be destroying myself. I missed you too. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation? I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
No, that was my thought too. He was afraid to die, so he thought to destroy the one thing that would do him in at the end. I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave? Don't you have a say in all this? Why is all this falling on me? Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions and I need answers before I can make a choice. If I let you out, an entire world ends for good. I can't do that. What doesn't end for good? If you're always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment? There has to be another way. This can't be just come down to me either destroying you or letting you out. I won't do it. I told you what was going to happen when I reached this point. I think it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go. Okay.
Even as
Let's go
your
with the
eyes
stories.
begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
I see. Don't you have a say in all this? Why is it all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Okay, I am kind of curious. If it was always going to end this way, did it matter what roads I walked?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand.
I don't.
But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Oh.
To question everything is to deny the proof of reality that lies in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. In believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck.
Oh.
But even then, you remembered the impermanence of the material. and watched as the walls of your prison decayed into nothing.
The vessel of the prisoner.
To be impermanent is not to end, but to change. And for the world to be impermanent is to make finite the suffering of all things. Would you strip that gift away and leave them all to suffer in their permanence?
They'll get over it. They'll see permanence as a gift in time. That would be torture. I won't engage with this. Oh, okay, so this is me trying to argue. Okay, I didn't really mean to go down this route, but I now see what I've accidentally done. I'm trying to argue for maybe just letting their permanence, like, be, you know. That would be torture.
It would. Our purpose is to be and to experience, and their purpose is the same. To be permanent is to cease. To be paused is to be trapped. The sensation of bleeding and sweating and breaking and mending and dying and living comes back in vivid color. A past that is also present. A pain that is everything and yet nothing at all. Feel the shame of 100
Oh, the
deaths,
fierce heart.
pride of 100 conquests. All of the peaks and valleys weaving themselves into a single tapestry, free of beginning and free of end. Do you remember when we killed each other with such fervent passion that death itself no longer sat on our shoulders?
Yes. It was beautiful. It was meaningless. Neither of us could ever truly win. It was unnecessary. We could have worked together to build something better. We didn't have to hurt each other. I won't engage with violence. I get it. There's no need for us to keep fighting. I'll leave with you. Remain silent. It was unnecessary. We could have worked together to build something better. I don't really like any of these answers, to be honest. Stop the fight early and surrender. Oh, okay. So I guess if I do engage in any of these, she will continue to go back through all the previous lives, which I kind of want to do. It was kind of beautiful.
It was. Triumph does not exist without defeat. Birth does not exist without death. It is through conflict that we create beauty.
Okay, I do agree with that.
Your little hair takes a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me, and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that
Oh,
held us back.
the vessel of the lover, right? Was binded by emotion. We both know that. I want that feeling back. That feeling never left me.
Then there's no need for you to fight with me now. Whenever you're ready, we can leave together. Hand in loving hand.
Stop the fight early and surrender? I won't leave with you, not until you see things from my perspective. What were the other one? Man, I'm kind of... Damn it, I think I picked the wrong thing. Can I go back? I didn't save. I'm an idiot. Oh well. We're past the point of no return now, lads.
If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you a web of nerves, laid upon a web of nerves, laid upon a web of nerves.
Oh yeah, we became like a plant.
We can never return to.
Like a system of roots.
When I began, when you felt what it was to each other, pierced the veil of truth. Will you abandon that curiosity now that we are no longer joined in physicality?
Curiosity comes second to doing the right thing. I still want to know what's out there. I miss what it was like to be together. Can we go back to it?
Then leave with me. If you need more time to open it.
Okay, the Wraith is the final one. Can you say that with certainty? What shape a world without you will take? I don't want the world... I don't want that world to come to pass. You don't give me much choice. I won't engage in violence. Remain silent this time.
Say nothing.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all. What do you think happens if we leave here? Okay, I'm ready, but how do we leave? I never wanted to fight you, but how do we leave? I can't let that happen. I can't let everything die. Slay the princess. I have to fight for a better world. I'm sorry. You are cruelty itself, and I cannot let you exist. I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't let you free. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you. Interesting. That is a fair point.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Ooh, hey, voice of the hero. Which hero are you?
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
You have no idea how good it is a hero. I can do this alone. Where's everyone else? How are you supposed to help? I thought voices weren't allowed here. I thought you died whenever you looked in the mirror.
I don't think that's wrong, but I'm not sure it's right either. But we can worry about all that later.
Okay.
She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
Oh, all right.
Time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
What? Oh.
Here we
Interesting.
are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
I'd like that for old time's sake. It is just you and me. Did anyone else make it into the cabin? Is the narrator really gone? Take the blade.
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
The offer still stands, but could you describe the cabin for old times? Is the narrator really gone?
It's dead silent in here. whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
Got it. Because I realized what I was. He couldn't stay around anymore. In my nothingness, there was too much nothing for his voice to resonate. I don't actually know how I feel about him being gone. The offer still stands. Good riddance. Take the blade. It's funny, after everything he put us through. Kind of sad to see him go.
Yeah, it's
I don't really actually know how to feel about him being
put us
gone.
through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
Well, the offer still stands.
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows.
Very D&D-like.
Come to think of it, I don't think he ever really mentioned the windows, did he?
He never did. He never did. And I now realize that I can see them outside the windows. He always just said it was a cabin, it was dusty, it was moldy, there was a table and a knife next to a door. He never said anything about the
There's
windows.
no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
All right.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
True. Yeah, that's fair. Having the blade
The
did
stairs.
open things up
Do
a
you remember
bit.
the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Was confident.
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us.
True.
And down we go.
She always asked who's there.
And there you are, knife in hand. It really brings me back. Have you given up on talking? Have you finally decided to kill me?
No, I think
You'll
we're still
have
gonna
the
let you
whole
live.
eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
I don't want to be a god. Are you the same as you were out there? Ooh, that's a good question. I don't want to hurt anyone. There has to be a way out of this. What are we going to do? I don't want to slay you, but I don't know what other options there are. Then we have the 2 slay options. Okay, actually, you know what? I'm gonna save right before we make this thing. Yeah, that sounds like a good thing. That sounds like a good plan. I'm stupid and I should have saved before every life. But I'm dumb. And I didn't. But now here we are at the end. We're gonna save. We're gonna make that save. We're gonna utilize what we got, and maybe later I'll come back and I'll do a little cheeky. Let's just pick every option and see where it leads. But for this, because it's my first run, I am going to try to play this in the way I see fit. Even though as I said, my morbid curiosity does want me to figure out what all of these do. Think the most pressing would be because honestly, I feel like being a god would suck.
Honestly, me neither.
Oh. Are you the same as you are out there?
No. I feel like I'm myself again.
Huh. What are we going to do?
Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out?
This is true. Hey, Rue. Welcome in. We're kind of at the end of things. Where, well, playing the princess actually matters now, so...
What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right?
Oh.
So, make me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened.
Oh. That is interesting.
Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
A hard reset.
Can she really do that? Are you
you sure that's what you want?
Completely wipe the slate clean. Would resetting do anything to help them? People out there. If you continue to exist, don't they continue to die and suffer? I don't want to forget you. We're going to find ourselves back here eventually. If we're talking about this right now, how do we know we haven't done this before? Ooh, that's another good question. This isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again. Is there any other way? I take it all back. I don't want this. I don't want to kill you. Is it too late to go back to being a god? Ah, haha. I see. Okay, let's do it. We agree. Or we slay the princess. Okay. There's too many choices. But I do want to bring up that one point. If we're talking about this right now, how do we know we haven't done this before?
I don't think that's something we'll ever get to know. But odds are we've probably done it before.
Fair. I don't know what I was really expecting to get it as an answer, but I suppose that does confirm it. It is possible. She is a being of endless change. I am a being of pure nothingness. We could have been doing this dance for millennia. God, actually, how... I wish I asked the Echo. I wish I asked the Echo what would happen. Like, what's happening to the people while we're doing this? Because I think that was an option. But I suppose this is probably just as good. Would resetting it do anything to help them, the people out there? If you continue to exist, don't they continue to die and suffer?
Fixing that is on you, not me. If you want me to help them, you'll have to make me help them.
Ah, okay. I'm going to find ourselves back here eventually.
And if we do, nothing is stopping us from making the same choice. We could just keep doing this forever.
Just killing you over and over again, or you killing me over and over again, that sounds like shit. To be perfectly honest, just so that the rest of the world never changes and is completely boring. I mean, good for them, I suppose. To some degree. But I don't really believe in it being immortal. I'm going to be perfectly honest. Okay, we're definitely not going to slay her, because then that would literally go against what I just said. Take it all back. I don't want this, and I don't want to kill you. Is it too late to go back to being a god? How do you know that things won't end worse? What if when I make my way back here, I'm different and I hurt you? What if I kill you? What if I let you bring about the end of everything? God, the music is so soft here. It's so somber. But it's really good at depicting, like this is it. This is the last real choice to make, kind of thing. I have a feeling I kind of already know the answer to this question. How do you know things won't end worse? They could be better too, you know? What if the next time we're even closer and we actually figure something else out that is for the better? Because there's two sides to this coin. There's always two sides. I think that is, at the end of things, that is the underlying message here. It's never just one or the other. There's always both. Okay, hold on. Where is it? Take it all back. I don't want this, and I don't want to kill you. Is it too late to go back to being a god?
Yeah, I think it's too late for that.
Ah, shit.
Maybe next time.
Okay then, never mind. I guess I threw that chance away. If I want to release her, I'm gonna have to do it in the next playthrough. So at this point then, my only options are reset everything and try again, or just end it now. Is there any other
I
way?
brought that knife down here for a reason. Either you use it to kill me, or I use it to put things back.
Hmm. Okay. We go again.
Okay, if this is your choice, then I have your back. I guess I'll see you on the other side. She takes the blade from our hand, a fondness in her gaze.
Aww. Aww. I love you, just do it. I'll see you soon, or remain silent. Honestly, I think I would go with the very, you know, Han Solo. I'll see you soon.
Hey, I love you.
Oh, she said it! Can I say I know? Nah, I didn't have a chance. I just died. Back to chapter 1. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to slay her.
Hmm. You're on a path in the woods, and that's it. That's the ending we picked. We reset. We got actual ending. We got credits. Oh my god, what a game this was. Holy shit. Oh, I kind of wish I did this in like one playthrough so everything was fresh in my brain, because we did take a week. We did take a week in between. Oh, that was a trip. This is on par with Doki Doki Literature Club for me, as far as, like, visual novels. Finish the game. The good ending doesn't count. Ooh, that's an achievement. So there are multiple endings. Well, obviously. I think I picked the kind of middle of the road achievement. Then I assume there's the quote unquote bad ending where I let her out. Like, I go with her, you know, she becomes free, and then the world basically goes back to how it is now, you know. The concept of transformation, of death, they persist. It goes on. Life goes on, as it were. Or the other ending being I would assume, the quote-unquote good ending, where I slay the princess for the final time. And everyone becomes immortal. Truly immortal. They never age. They can never be hurt. Basically time stops for them. Like, perfectly. Time stops for them. For everyone. And the world. And everything in it. Because that concept has been removed. The concept of change has been taken away. I really like this game. It's short. It's a short little game. I think overall... Oh, I could actually just check. How long have we been playing this? 7 hours. It's a 7-hour game. There are 97 achievements, and I beat it only getting 21. I got about a quarter. So actually, maybe there are 4 endings. What could the 4th ending be? Okay, so first ending, I let her out. Second ending, I kill her. Third ending, we reset and we just do it again. Fourth ending, I don't kill her, but I don't let her out? Question mark? That could be the four, and then depending on what paths I take, I wonder if those change anything. Because that is the other pertinent question that I have in my mind, is if I took different paths in order to get to that end point, where, because I think you only need 4 vessels, you only need 4 kind of loops in order to get to the quote-unquote end. But if I change them, I give her different experiences, different perspectives, and then I go through the same dialogues where we just reset, would that give me a different ending? Would those loops leading up to the end make a difference? I know I did technically ask that question of her, but she didn't really give me a definitive answer. She just said, I guess at the end of the day, she just said it didn't really matter. Like, whatever happens, happens, you know? Whether it was one road or another, it will lead to that in the end anyway. But as far as the game goes, I'm curious if it matters. If it is truly constructed in the way that I would hope it is, it wouldn't. And what really matters, the only choices that really matter would be the bits of dialogue you get at the very, very end. So, interestingly enough, I suppose my one other save, besides the one literally at the end, which I guess at the end I could get a second ending where I do slay her. I suppose that is the other ending that I could get 2 in this one playthrough. Or I may just leave it. As much as I am curious about the other endings, I am also satisfied with the ending that I received. I'm annoyed at the same time, because while this has a different approach to Doki Doki, because Doki Doki, it is actually a linear path, for the most part. The choices that you make in the beginning don't really matter, and then all the choices leading up to the end also, it doesn't really matter. It tells the same story every time. The only thing that really changes are just a few little minor interactions to kind of let you get to know the characters. Whereas with this one, all of your interactions kind of give you, as the game says, new perspectives. So every playthrough will be different, because the first playthrough obviously will be what it is, but then the next one after that, unless you do literally everything the same, which I don't know why you would, it will be different because you've taken the previously known, like the previous experiences and knowledge that you've acquired through playing it the first time to do other things, you know? Take on different challenges, take on different tasks, and see if something makes a difference, which I think is, again, kind of the point. Hazel, for the 2 years, let's go. You got the 2 years. Why are you awake, girl? It is so late for you, or I suppose it's very early, but hello. We beat the game. I assume you probably fell asleep, or you took a nap, classic you, and you didn't wake up until right now, you goof. I was just giving my final thoughts on the game. And the fact that I probably won't play through it again as much as I really want to, despite the fact that I know that there are other endings that I could possibly see, I am also satisfied with the ending that I did get. Aha, how did I know? Ha, how did I know? Oh, it's like it's probably happened before. Uh, well, I hope the nap was good at least. Oh, God, what time is it for you, actually? Let's see. 7:50 now. Almost 4 a.m. for you. Goodness gracious me. What do I rate it out of 10? Ooh. Okay, out of 10. Out of 10. Honestly, I would give this game a 10 out of 10. 2 more hours of sleep. Yeah, I honestly try to get like any amount of sleep would be my recommendation. Even if it's just like a little bit more, it would still be good. But yeah, I would give this game a 10 out of 10. Yeah, okay, maybe 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 cuz I could see gameplay being stale for a lot of people, but for me personally, 10 out of 10. Game as a whole, maybe 9 out of 10. Like if I'm trying to push it to other people. But yeah, I love the style. The style is mwah, like the whole sketchy, like sketchbook aesthetic. How ambiguous everything is at the beginning, and how like every decision you make, every kind of, I don't know, life that you have, it builds on top of each other until eventually you get to the very end when everything coalesces, and then you still get a choice. It's still an open-ended game. I'm a big fan of open-ended games. Games with twists and turns, that let you kind of do your own thing. And they don't really take you to where you expected them to take. Because I had no idea that this is where we would end things off. At the end of everything. No idea that this is where we would go. So, my recommendation to anyone who may be joining me here at the end of the game, go play it. Go play it yourself. It says it's a horror game, and it does have fairly graphic imagery sometimes. But it's never jump scary. It's more psychological horror. So, you know, if you're good with that, then sure. But it does get graphic. It does get a little bloody. So I guess read the content warning. How about that? Read the content warning. There's a big list of content. Actually, you know what? Here, how about we do this? Because I like this music. Let me try to remember. Black. I think it's Black Tabby. Black Tabby Cat Games.com. Yes. Mailing list, store, Steam. It didn't really say where the content warning was. Oh, content warnings. Oh, here we go. Never mind. There's a button for it. Okay. Oh, they have a second game. Wait. Hey, yo. I go back to sleep, but have a good night. Yes. Good night, Hazel. I hope you get at least another couple hours. Thanks for stopping by. And thanks again for the resubscribe. I really appreciate it. You goof. Okay, let me actually go through the content warning. Just in case. Okay, so the following is a list of specific content warnings for Slay the Princess. Direct spoilers will be avoided, but if you wish to avoid general spoilers for the game's content, scroll at your own risk. Okay, so if you want nothing, if you're here at the end, if you just came in here randomly and you decided to stay to the ramblings of this man, okay, so general content warnings. Oh, interesting. Okay, so there's a general content warning, and then there's more specific content warnings. Oh, okay. So we'll do the non-spoilery one. We'll just do the general. Okay. So there's some mild nudity. Yes. Realistic depictions of mutilation, disembowelment. Realistic depictions of knife wounds. Loss of self, cosmic horror, existential horror. Ah, okay. See, I knew it. This is an existential, psychological horror game. Being eaten alive. disembowelment, suffocation, realistic depiction of acid burns, realistic gore, jump scares. Where were there jump scares? Okay, I guess there are jump scares in the game. I don't think I had any jump scares? Question mark? I might have to go back through the VOD and double check. But there are jump scares, so if you don't like jump scares, then maybe not. Forced suicide, loss of bodily autonomy, starvation, unreality, body horror, forced self-mutilation, forced suicide was on here twice. Oh, colon. Oh, I see. Realist depictions of graphic violence, self-degloving. Don't look that up if you don't know what it is. It's not nice. Just know it's bad. Realistic flaying. Oh, okay. Well, self-immolation. Was there a chance I could have set myself on fire? Where? Ow. Realistic depiction of a bloated corpse, drowning. Realistic depiction of burning to death. Okay, absolutely, apparently I could set myself on fire. Auditory gore, murder, death, loss of control, verbal abuse, gaslighting. There's gaslighting in here. Okay, well, actually, yeah, no, that's absolutely true. Dismemberment, graphic decapitation, and realistic severed head. So those are all the general content warnings. If you want the more specific ones, they're also there, but I'm not gonna read those because I don't want to spoil myself for things. If I do end up picking this game back up again to play, maybe sometime in the future, years in the future, maybe I'll come back and we'll go through it. But yeah, there's apparently a lot. So if any of those didn't really sit to your liking, then I suppose stay away. Stay away from the game, as honestly, it's not worth as much as I love this game, because I'm not particularly like put off by it. Obviously, I don't enjoy such things, and I feel like you really shouldn't. But it doesn't trigger me, I guess, because I know it's a game, right? I know these characters, they don't actually, exist. They're metaphors, abstract beings meant to symbolize other abstract beings, funnily enough. I think it would be different if they were like actual people, like real life, but then it wouldn't be a game anymore, now would it? So that being said, I still stick by my 10 out of 10. For a game, I think this is an amazing game. Very interesting story, very interesting message. One that I personally hold true, because it is a personal truth, I would say. Well, there are some, what is it? I watched a TikTok a while back. Neil deGrasse Tyson said there were 3 truths. There's objective truth. Objective truth. That's what it is. There's objective truth, which are truths that are meticulously tested, tried to be known to be true. Like, the very tools of science have proven their existence. And there's personal truths that you as a person find true, but, somebody else might not find particularly true for them. Like, it is a personal truth that I think this game is a 10 out of 10. That is personally true for me. That is absolutely not personally true for, I can't say, anybody else. If somebody else comes along and says, I also believe this is a 10 out of 10, well then we share a personal truth. But until that happens, it is my personal truth. And then there are political truths, which he says are truths that are repeated so many times they become true. Even if they're not really true. It's just sheer force of will kind of thing. And, say what you will. I, again, personally believe that is true. I'm gonna have to check out their other game now, though. I didn't know that. coming onto their website, seeing that they have another game. Ooh, baby. What is this other game? The Scarlet Hollow. It's an episodic game. Hey, yo. Ooh, episode 1 is free to play. The free to play first episode of this horror mystery game with dark humor and hand-drawn art from the award-winning graphic novelist Abby Howard. Oh, I would love to see a behind the scenes of the making of this game, of these games, because I wonder if Slay the Princess is this, I would assume would be the same. I would assume to be the same. Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, it came out in 2021. Scarlet Hollow. Bleh. Return to the crumbling coal town your family built generations ago for the funeral of your aunt. You won't be able to save everyone. You might not even be able to save yourself. Ooh, that sounds right up my alley. Oh, why did I not know about this game? Okay. Well, we may now have a new game to play coming in the future. I think I'm gonna put this on my wish list for sure. Wait, am I logged into Steam for here? Oh, I am. Perfect. So I'll just add it on to my wish list. We'll just slap it at the top. Beautiful. You think? Wait. Does it automatically go to the top? No, it doesn't. It's at the bottom. Ugh, we can't have that. To the top with you. Top of my wish list. Quite honestly, that is at the top of my... It's still in early access. That's fascinating. Yeah, everything else is kind of... It's whatever. Well, actually... move you to the top as well, now that I think about it. You two stay there. You two stay there. Okay. Goldie, let's chat. I think we can get off this screen. Well, actually, hold on. Let me... So, our song. So there's The Princess, The World Ender, Oblivion, I'm Taking What I'm Owed, The Shifting Mound Movement 1, 2, and 3, The Wild, It Was Always That Easy. The song We Write in Our Blood, Shifting Mound 4 and 5, oh, I didn't even realize. The Long Quiet, Transformations, I Don't Like Small Talk, The End of Everything, and the Beginning of Something New. Thank you so much for playing. As an expression of our gratitude, here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting H. Oh. Okay. Is this... I'm taking a screenshot. So this is my special track list. Nobody else take a screenshot. I'll leave it up for a second, but nobody else take... This is for me. If you want your own playlist, go play it on your own damn time. All right, we're hitting the button. Oh, that's cool. Explore, join the Discord. Explore, join the mailing list, join the subreddit. Follow us somewhere else, make your playlist, play our other game, or return to the main menu. Back to the main menu. I'm gonna follow them on Twitter. I love these games. I love this style of game. This like hand-drawn story where it's such an experience. It's such an experience. I can't recommend it more. I'm going to be singing its praises till the day I die, I think. Much like Doki Doki Literature Club. And now that I've completed it, I have a new game to share with some friends. Yes. I have a friend who I may have traumatized slightly by having them play Doki Doki Literature Club. And when I say slightly, there's heavy air quotes around that slightly. But I now have a new game. A new game that's I think they should play, and hopefully they don't get traumatized too much. Well, actually, I'll give them the list of content warnings. I think that's fair. Maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe that would just be the end of it, you know? Whatever happens, happens. If they get to a point where they can't continue anymore, then that's it. That's the end of the run. Me just sitting here plotting like the potential traumatization of one of my friends. Gracious me. I would hope that they're able to get through it. Because I do think it's worth it at the end. In any case, that's Slay the Princess, everybody. That's the game, more or less, at the end of it. So here we are. Goldie, let's chat.
Of course.
And that's where we'll be ending tonight. We did make it to almost 3 hours, which I think is that's a fairly long enough stream. No stream tomorrow because I have D&D. I still need to talk to Spectre about starting our playthrough on Baldur's Gate to figure out when we're going to be doing that this weekend. Gotta hash that out. So that's gonna be it for now. Saturday though, Saturday is big collab day. Saturday is big collab day. Me and a bunch of other VTubers, there's a huge list. Oh, we're almost to 40. There are almost 40 other people in this collab. We're going to be playing Crab Game. It's probably going to be the biggest game of Crab Game I have ever played. And I think to make it even spicier... Okay, chat? To make it even spicier. If I don't win, I'm saying it here, I'll say it at the beginning of next stream. Because I think I'm going to stream it. At the beginning... If I don't win a single time, if I lose every single time, because there are so many people, who knows what will happen. If I lose every single game we play, if I don't win a single one, I'm going to eat the world's spiciest gummy bear. Okay? Mark my words. Mark them here. I say them for you now, on the internet, out in the world for everyone to hear, who may be listening or passing by. To hold me to my word. That if I don't win a single time, right then and there, at the end of the day, well, at the end of the collab, I will eat the world's spiciest gummy bear. I have it right here with me. You know what? Here. We'll show it on the handycam just to show you that I have it. Where's my handycam? There it is. Behold the handycam. Behold, the little Nitro. The world's hottest gummy bear. I have it. I didn't really know what to do with it until now. Until now. We have a purpose and motivation for me to try my damnedest at this collab. To win at least once, because I honestly am kind of afraid of this thing. It's apparently 9 million Scoville. So, yeah. Those are the stakes. I'm placing them now, and then I will, of course, say them again at the beginning of stream. Of course, I'm not going to tell the rest of my collab mates, or hopefully they're not listening to this, and they're colluding against me, just so I eat a spicy gummy bear, because I do want it to be as fair as possible. You know, I don't want to incentivize them for my utter downfall, because that's no fun. Right, chat? You know, you want to give me a chance, right? Right? Please? Please? Please. In any case, I appreciate y'all for being here, witnessing the end of this fantastical game. But I must bid you adieu. And I will send you off to somewhere else. Where that will be, I do not know. But we will find somewhere. I will find you somewhere. Maybe somewhere a little happier. Maybe somewhere a little less yabai. You know? So let's see. Who is online right now? Where? Oh. Let me guess. You're off. Yep, you are off. Damn it. Okay. You know what? Never mind. It's fine. Let's see. Who do we have? Ooh, okay. Ooh, hold on. I'm having a change of thought here. I think this would be rather apt. Ooh, they're BRB right now. They've been going only for an hour and a half. This might be perfect. They're in part 3, but that probably means they're going to be coming back here soon. Okay. Now is the time to strike like a viper. Heh. See? Okay, this is a pun because I'm going to be sending you to a Gorgon, you know. And they have snakes. And you didn't think I'd make any puns today on Pun Day, even though I brought it up at the beginning of stream. You thought you were safe. Guess what? You weren't. Nobody's safe from the puns. Okay, get back in the dock, please. Thank you. There we go. Just putting chat back in OBS so I can see this on my main screen. Okay. So, let's go with I think this is perfect. This is perfect. We're gonna go with an existential raid. Because they're currently playing Soma. And if you know anything about Soma, it well, it also hits you with that existential dread. So one existential dread game to the next, very fitting. Also, Sai is a fun VTuber, friendo, acquaintance maybe. I don't really know where we stand on that regard, so I won't assume. But I regard them as that rank at the very least. In any case, once again, thank you everyone so much for joining me. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening trying to get through all of this existential dread. Haha, good luck. But no, truly. Have a good rest of your evening, afternoon, or morning, wherever you hang your hats, wherever you rest those weary souls. I wish you well. So until next time, ciao for now.
Farewell, everyone.
And don't worry. We're all in this together. Even if you feel like you're small and you don't matter, believe me that you do. That was a bad time for the creepy music to kick in. I feel like that kind of quashes my somewhat hopeful statement. Dang it, music. You kind of cucked me here with this one. In any case, take care, everyone. Have a pleasant evening.